All right, live from the fourth floor of the PBS studio in the C building of MATC, this is the 159 DCC podcast. I'm Magnus Bondi, your host, and today with me is Nick Moore. Good to see you, Nick.
Good to see you. Good to be here.
Now, Nick, so recently you brought me to Oconomowoc, and we had a whimsical little journey. And one of the places that we visited was Oz Plaza, which was a lovely little pocket park right in the heart of downtown. Now, Nick, I assume you're pretty smart. Do you know why it's called Oz Plaza?
I assume it's got something to do with the Wizard of Oz. I mean, you've got all these statues of all the Wizard of Oz characters like Dorothy and the Scarecrow and even the Wicked Witch if you go around the corner. Like you think after you see the Good Witch and it's all done, you go around the corner, it's the Wicked Witch is there too. A little scary.
Yeah, it is a
little scary. You just go around the corner, you think the plaza's over, you've seen everything, but then all of a sudden the Wicked Witch is there.
And the flying monkeys.
Yeah, they have these little wings where you could stand in front of them and pretend to be a flying monkey.
It was something. Cute little place. You wouldn't expect it for a place like Oconomowoc. Now, the reason they have that there, I learned, is actually supposedly Oconomowoc was chosen as the premier location for The Wizard of Oz back in August of 1939. Now, what if I told you, Nick, that might be all lies?
Really?
The film industry has lied to us yet again.
Why would they do that?
Well, it's kind of a complicated thing. So, I looked at some notes, some research. I poked around a little. Oconomowoc, it aired, or rather premiered, August 12th, 1939. Turns out in a couple other locations, such as Appleton, Oshkosh, August 11th, 39. The official premiere was August 15th over at the Grauman Theater, classic LA, gotta have it there. But then also Green Bay, August 11th. So it sounds like most other places in Wisconsin actually premiered The Wizard of Oz well before Oconomowoc.
Really? So why would they make this plaza then? Just to get people coming in like a tourist trap?
That's my guess. It might have also just been the biggest premiere, or just could have been a failure of newspapers. Because at the time, little difference in media. Not everybody's gonna know. Oh, this aired already.
Yeah, who's gonna know? Back in the 30s.
Yeah, late 30s, I suppose. But so it's argued that Wizard of Oz actually premiered in a dozen other locations. Even Kenosha and Cape Cod, Massachusetts had premieres of The Wizard of Oz well before Oconomowoc. So why Oconomowoc got the grand park?
You got the credit for it? They got the credit for it?
I guess they got the credit for it, So, hey, Wisconsin needs its fun little things too. I mean,
it does. I mean, that's what the whole show is about, is going to those little fun little locations and going on road trips and going on exploring.
Yeah, how about you tell me a little about that, Nick? So you're a road trip guy. What's your what brought you into all of that?
I wanted to make this web series, Backroads of Southern Wisconsin, because I really like going on road trips, getting out of the city, I like that feeling of freedom where you're not stuck in traffic. There's nobody behind you or in front of you on the road. You can go. That feeling you can go and do wherever you want. You that kind of space between being at your destination and being at home or wherever, where you're kind of like there's no responsibility, so you don't have to worry about stuff. You can kind of just be there in the zone and listen to your music. Like I got a lot of different road trip playlists. Or songs I like to listen to. So I like that. It's just fun to go to new places. It's go to new parks and enjoy the weather, especially as the weather's getting nice again.
Finally.
So that's kind of what I wanted to do with the show.
What was your favorite road trip you've ever taken?
Favorite one was my old girlfriend and I. We went to Dog and Suds down in Genoa City, and we had the Jackson Browne, Bruce Springsteen playing. It was nice. The weather was still nice. So I think it was like September, but the weather was still nice last year. So enjoy to be out in the country. Though just the wide open space is really good. And so probably that one. And then destination was fun. It was a little drive-in kind of old school style, 50s style thing. Get a Chicago-style hot dog or 2 of them.
Was it a functioning drive-in theater, or was it just a...
Oh, not a theater. It's like a little restaurant.
Oh,
yeah, a little
gotcha.
drive-in kind of restaurant where you pull the car up.
Like,
and if you want, you can order from your car. But yeah, Sonic, except the food is a lot better.
I believe it. Is there any interesting, noteworthy attractions, roadside attractions, tourist traps you've come across that spoke to you at all?
I don't know. I mean, you kind of gotta look. When I'm making the series, you kind of gotta look for stuff. I mean, even then, that dog and sets is kind of what that was, but I can't really think of anything that comes to mind.
Anything like a big ball of yarn. Have you ever seen any of those? Are those real? I've been on a fair few road trips. I don't think I've ever come across something as stereotypical or iconic as a big ball of yarn or a cow made of butter.
I have not seen any of that. I really can't think of anything at the moment. I mean, maybe I'll think of something on the way home today, ride home, but I couldn't really think of any little small roadside attractions that I didn't have to kind of look for. Mm-hmm. But I know they exist.
I suppose I can use that as a chance to share one of my favorite ones. It's in Sparta, Wisconsin.
Sparta, okay.
It's
not Greece?
Central. Nope, Sparta. It's I see what you did there.
Yeah, tell me more.
No, yeah, but it was it's a sculpture park. It's apparently they are like the only company in the world, let alone the United States, that make those giant fiberglass sculptures. The ones you always see on the sides of roads, a giant cow. Or
okay, cool.
Lumberjack, what's his name?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
They're all made in Sparta, Wisconsin. It's just one single factory that makes those.
Oh, wow.
And all of their castings and molds and whatnot, they just leave in a giant lot, and it's public. You can just go in, and it's like a drive-through museum of just tons of these fiberglass sculptures and molds and whatnot. And they're not really kept in great condition either. And, if you've ever had the childhood horror of picking up one of those snow sticks that they leave out for snow plows, the orange ones, you ever pick those up?
No.
At the wrong time of the year and then your hand gets all scratchy?
No.
No? Well, you haven't lived.
I guess I haven't.
All these road trips and you haven't even picked up a single snowplow stick.
I have not.
For shame, man. Well, another thing. You're a music guy. I mean, look at you. You look like a music listener of some capacity. I get the vibe. What kind of music do you typically listen to on road trips?
So I kind of got 2 main playlists right now. Mm-hmm. One is the kind of Heartland rock, feel good stuff. I got Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run, some Beach Boys on there. What else is on there? I'll pull it up. I haven't heard it. I haven't really listened to it in a bit. Not really Beach Boys weather when it's 20 and cloudy out. But now that the weather's getting nicer, I've been listening to some. Some Lazy by Deep Purple. I like that song.
Mm-hmm.
Night Moves, Bob Seger. Nothing super deep, but Small Town, John Cougar Mellencamp. Nothing super deep on that one,
mm-hmm.
but the hits and whatnot. And then my other one is kind of like a motorcycle fast car kind of playlist. So that's got a bunch of Saxon on there. So Wheels of Steel. I got some Juice Priest on there, Heading Out to the Highway. Favorite one on there is probably Rebel in the FDG by Wasp, which stands for Rebel in the Effing Decadent Generation. And it's just and they found a cool music video someone made online about it. Some dude, these bunch of movie scenes from movies where they, driving cars and motorcycles real fast. And that hits when you're listening to that song and your foot's on the gas. That's that rebellious feeling. I love that, and especially just get away from it all. Get away from all the city stuff. Get away from people telling you what to do, and just be able to go and do whatever you want. I like that. Same with Ride Like the Wind, the Saxon covers on there too.
Yeah.
That song that's about a guy who's an outlaw and he's got to go to Mexico and cross the border to get away from because he's sentenced to be hung or whatever.
Reminds me of that movie Easy Rider.
Oh yeah.
That's a classic. That's a good road
yeah,
trip
totally.
movie.
I've seen that movie.
But yeah, no, you certainly have quite the compendium there.
I do.
This guy likes his road trips. Well, I suppose that's about all the time that we have for today. Nick, it's been great having you. I didn't know anything about road trips until today. I won't lie. I haven't even left this room. I've been trapped inside of this tiny little cell for 19 years of my life. So thank you for letting me know what the open world looks like, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to go out to Oconomowoc and see Oz Plaza and see the Scary Wicked Witch and the Little Munchkins, and they all have been turned into fiberglass caricatures for the entertainment of
did
us.
Sparta make those statues
There's a very
that
good
were
chance.
at the Oz Plaza?
There is a very good chance that, yeah, they might have made those. They're basically the sole people who make those sorts of sculptures. So that's something to look into. But, yeah, Nick, I wish you well on your adventures. Hopefully you can swing back through and tell us more about other adventures and save me from this little podcast room again. But, yeah, thank you for watching, folks. This has been Magnus Bondi on the DCC 159 podcast. We'll see you next time.
All right. See you next time.